Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So for today's video, this is actually going to be a haul and hunt video, but this is a hunt from a while ago. I actually went to Disneyland with my girlfriend. Did some Disney stuff, but while I was there, of course, I had to do some toy hunting. Also hit up a toy store in the area. So let me show you all the cool shit that I saw and bought. So there we go. One of the first few things we actually went to check out was Avengers Campus, Disneyland, California. There at the Avengers part of the park, they actually had a Marvel Superstore. They had some statues, Marvel Legends, Diamond Select stuff, a lot of apparel, a lot of shit to spend your money on there. And I was actually really excited to go toy hunting at Disneyland because every so often someone would post a picture of them finding an early release at Disneyland just sitting there on the peg, or sometimes even if it's not an early release, it's just a figure that's a little bit harder to find on at retail stores or whatever. So that said, I was kind of hoping to find some Indiana Jones figures. I know they're not supposed to hit until April, I believe, May. But I don't know, random, hoping to see some indie figures from Hasbro. Unfortunately, all I saw was this. I mean, that was cool. It's always cool to see Indiana Jones figures. It's just not what I wanted. But from there, we hit up Galaxy's Edge in Disneyland and saw a lot. It's always cool to see ships and just being in the world of Star Wars. I think that was my favorite thing of the entire trip, of just being in the experience, being part of Star Wars, which is always super cool because they did a really good job of making you feel like immersing you in the experience while you're there. Some might say too much, but yeah, there's a lot of cool shit to see. We eventually got to ride the Falcon, got into Rise of the Resistance, and had a lot of fun. So I saw this and I really thought about getting it. I kind of wanted it, but I couldn't think of a single reason to have it. And for those people who don't know what this is just a Star Wars in-universe container where people put shit. Mandalorian, they put Beskar in there. Here's the client offering Mando Beskar, and they put in this little fucking container. But I don't have any, like, I have tons of containers. I have this weird thing about, like, I have tins and boxes and bins everywhere in my room. I wanted it just because it's like a prop that I could kind of use. Not really though, because I don't know what I would put in there. Like action figure accessories. I could have candy. I could have put candy in there. No, I have nowhere to put it. No shelf space. So it was cool to see though, because it's probably pretty expensive. I didn't even ask because I didn't want to be tempted to buy it, but I thought this was pretty cool to see. And in between Disneyland adventures and craziness, I actually ventured off to check out this toy store. It's in Anaheim. I think it's less than 10 minutes away from the parks. Very cool, a lot of shit to see. Pretty decently priced. They had a lot of retro stuff. That's something that I've been kind of enjoying looking at lately, is just instead of going to all the retail stores or all the just the comic book stores that all order from the same distributor and they have all the same stuff more or less, just more or less pick through depending on where you go. But just this store was very cool because they had glass cases of different people's stuff that they were selling. So, and this is a vendor that sells at Frankenstein's, I believe. So it was cool seeing a good mix of different people's stuff in a store. So a really good selection and decently priced, all hovering around retail and stuff. That is pretty hard to find in some instances. So very cool. All right, so that was my Disney trip. That was my trip to Anaheim, actually. I got a few things at Disneyland. I got a few things at that toy store. So let me tell you guys and show you guys all the cool shit that I got at this very, very expensive trip for me. But the first thing I got was actually at Disneyland. It is the Mythosaur skull. I think this thing is really fucking cool. And I actually saw this the first time I went to Disneyland a few years ago. Not the first time I went to Disneyland, but the first time back as an adult, because I think before I went 2 years ago, I was like 9 years old. So I saw this, thought it was really fucking cool, and I wanted it. And initially I was just like, oh, start of our day, I don't want to be lugging this big fucking box around. I might break it, I'll come back. Big fucking mistake. I come back towards the end of the night, they were all sold out. Come back a few months later, still sold out. Come back this time, sitting there, no hesitation, bought it, carried that son of a bitch proudly. And then from there, the next thing I got at Disneyland actually was the Marvel Legends Hawkeye from the Hawkeye Disney Plus TV show. I know that a lot of Targets are selling these guys on clearance now, but during the time when I went, they weren't on clearance yet, and I actually never saw these at Target, so I thought, why not let me get Hawkeye since I don't have a MCU Hawkeye currently in the collection. From there, I went to the toy store that you guys saw. I picked up the DC Direct Weaponer of Horde. I thought this guy would just be a good background character, maybe a good army builder, more than likely just a background character for toy photography shots. And I got him for $10, which I think is a great deal, and I love DC Direct. So very proud and very happy to acquire this guy for the price that I did. Next up, I got some Bad Batch figures. The next few are very Star Wars heavy because, well, at Galaxy's Edge, you just get very into it. And I've been watching Bad Batch. I've been digging it. Saw these guys. I got Tech at Disneyland, and then I got Echo at the toy store, actually. And then I got home and I realized I already had Tech. So I might customize and make him into another clone. We'll see. But I'm very happy to finally have Echo and hopefully someday complete the Bad Batch team, because I still don't have Hunter or what's his name? The sniper guy. But yeah, Very happy to have these two in the collection. Next up are online orders that came while I was away. Came back, they were sitting there. One I actually ordered while I was in line for one of the rides because I saw it go on sale. Ordered it while I was at Disneyland. Came the same day I got back from my trip, and it is the Mandalorian Black Series Dark Trooper. I bought 3 of these. Might buy more. I don't know yet, but these were cool, and I got them for at the time they were on sale for $17. I think now they're hovering around 20 to 23. But very cool figures, very cool pieces. Army building is a dangerous game, friends. Next item, next figure that I got is the SH Figuarts Boba Fett from the Book of Boba Fett, and this is the version that comes with the throne, and I really wanted this. The minute they showed that shot at the end of Mando, I was like, that's the fucking coolest thing ever. And then SH Figuarts announced the pre-order, and without hesitation, I imported this. And now he's one of my favorite pieces in my display. And finally, this is a figure that I have been sleeping on, but I decided to finally pull the trigger, and it is the Darth Maul Black Series figure, and this is him with robo legs. I believe this is actually my first Darth Maul figure. I didn't have the first version of him from his appearance from Phantom Menace, and I didn't have the shirtless version of Darth Maul, and now I have robo leg version. This is kind of my preferred look for him. But there you go, guys. That's the hunt. That's the haul. That's my Disneyland trip. I had a lot of fun. Pockets and wallets are a lot emptier after this trip. But that was a while ago. That was almost a month ago now. It was in February. So I thought I'd finally finish editing this, get it to you guys, and I have more stuff coming soon. So if you haven't already, please subscribe, come back, watch some more videos. But thank you for watching this one. Leave me a comment. Let me know if you guys think I should have gotten that fucking Star Wars container, and what would, if I did or if you did, what would you put in that container? Let me know in the comments below. And until the next video, I'll catch you guys in the toy aisle. Later.
Thank you.